through all those experiences, I became really fascinated with just collaboration. I saw like sort of what is it going to take to create some more regenerative systems, and it takes deep collaboration, and we're so bad at it. There's a lot of science out there on what makes collaboration work, and it seems like I was never taught any of this stuff. So that led me to co-found a consultancy called Converge, where we really focused on networks and sort of as you move from a pyramid hierarchical structure, how do you move into more of a network structure? How do networks work? How do you make decisions in a network? How do you make priorities in a network? All these kind of things. How do you build trust first and foremost in a network? And it was that work in Converge for 10 years that led me to when I discovered DAOs in 2021. Just all sorts of light bulbs went off. DAOs being decentralized autonomous organizations, and sort of crypto and Web3, and this whole world of peer-to-peer global collaboration. It's just incredibly exciting.
So in the chicken or egg question, which came first? Coordinape and how to coordinate came before finding Web3, or how did that come around? Like you were already working in how do
Well,
people socially coordinate and found DAOs. How did you kind of
yeah.
which came first?
So I, I mean, I would say the collaboration and coordination definitely came first at
Hmm.
Converge. What we were doing essentially, what I would say now is we were creating sort of IRL DAOs. So we had a project in the Santa Cruz Mountains where you have 500,000 acres of redwoods, and 40 different organizations that are all landholders and sort of stakeholders in this. And how do you bring them together with all of their different worldviews and priorities and business goals, and start to identify where are the leverage points where we can actually work together, where are the win-wins, both for stewardship and for economic economic incentives, etc. So that's really like bringing diverse stakeholders together to get something done, sort of at the heart of our work around impact networks. And also the way that we structured Converge was as a network, and we didn't have any employees. There was no payroll. We were all independent consultants who would come together, sort of in different constellations according to the project. And when we would invoice a client, we would just put the money in the middle of the table and talk about like who should get what, based on what we've done, and what's the fair way to divide this up. And when everyone's like, okay, this feels good, high five, and that's the distribution. And that's essentially what Coordinape is the attempt to sort of do that at a bigger scale, and with distributed teams. So that came first. And it was really when I discovered DAO, started getting involved with Yearn Finance, and saw this need they have of how do we reward contributors without having this centralized sort of granting body. Coordinate sort of evolved out of